Alright, so we saw how everything looks in Fusion, and we saw the price and how to order it through Arcatek. But if you were to send this out, then you would also need to order the components as well. And so I have been floating this idea of the metadata in each of the components. So if you were to type info and click on any of these, it has all these attributes, or I like to call it metadata, about each of the devices, and there is a reason for that. So if you go back to schematic and you type in run BOM, where BOM stands for bill of materials, and this is actually, I believe, a ULP built into Eagle. So if you run that, you'll be presented with this Eagle bill of material script, and if you can organize it you want, but I like to do it in values. So I have one of all these components, 2 blue LEDs, 2 resistors. You can choose the output format. You can just do regular TXT, CSV, or HTML. So we want to do CSV. I think it's the easiest to work with. Go ahead and save it. Save it anywhere you want. I'm going to do it on the desktop because it's easier for me to get to. So I'm going to go ahead and save. It should be done. It's really fast. And then if you want, we can even exit Eagle now. And we're going to need to use another program, spreadsheet program like Excel. You could probably do this in Google Docs or some other program. Also, I'm going to do a blank workspace or workbook. I'm going to go to the data tab, and then I want to load in some data from a text. And then that text will be the CSV file. If you open just the CSV file as is, it'll open up in Excel or whatever your default is, but it might not come in a very nice or easy to use format. We want to delimitate each of these by semicolon, and there we go. That's what it's going to look like. Click finish, choose where we want to drop it, and here it comes loaded. We have our quantity, value, device, package, parts, description, creator. These ones should be gone soon. Data sheet and a bunch of other things. And so the really powerful idea here is it's an easy way. We don't have to go through each of our components in the schematic or in the board and click info, get the disk link, paste it in, and put it in our cart. One of the great things is everything here happens to be from DigiKey. So something that you can do really easily is you can actually take this CSV file. I'm not going to show it explicitly because it's out of the scope of this project, but you can actually upload this cart into DigiKey and it'll load up exactly the quantity. And then I think you select the part number. This is the DigiKey part number, and it'll just immediately add it into a cart for you. And then you can go ahead and just order the components like that. You're going to notice some of these have this part number with an underscore and then some other name. And this is to denote if this particular part, what is it? It's the coin cell battery, that this coin cell battery is the battery itself and the CR2032, and it's in addition the connector, which is what we saw in the 3D model, what we place on the board. So this is so that we can place both at the same time. In order to make this really easy in DigiKey, you'll want to insert another row and then probably copy these over or cut them over so it disappears. And then, line them up. It looks like I forgot the disk link, but when you guys use this, it should actually be there. So don't worry about that. And, adjust the rest. You actually don't need the manufacturer when you load it into DigiKey, but these are also there just for your own viewing pleasure. So having all this other information can be really useful. We don't need to rename the package, and this was just a note for myself, connector. And so this should be the connector respectively. So that's how to use the bill material. It's a really powerful way of, ordering the whole loop. That is your board through Arcatek and then your materials through DigiKey or whatever other vendor. Some of them may be SparkFun, Amazon, Adafruit.